Back off, back off. So that wasn't really the plan. That wasn't really what we were going to talk about today, but let's do what we were going to do anyway. So the basic idea was, that was completely off camera. The basic idea was that what we were going to do is that I was going to be fencing, protecting my space with my lead hand. What Chadas was going to do was to defend the arm by pulling both of the arms away, bang, which effectively what we call a 2-on-1. So he's taking two arms on one. It's quite good for lead-offs, very common in grappling. It can be set up for a Russian where he puts a lot of pressure on my arm, basically, and starts to armbar me. So it's quite a common move, especially if you know what you're doing. So we were just going to look at the defense for that, but Chadas changed the game plan and did something completely different, which is all good. I can improvise, I'm happy with that. So let's stick to what we were going to do. So the double arm comes in, don't worry, it's all good. Bang. What we were going to do was talk about changing the position before the Russians completely set up in the 2-on-1 control by rotating the hand inwards. Because if you rotate the hand inwards, what it does is it strengthens the elbow. Now when that happens, you can charge in with the shoulder and it works really, really well. The idea is that you draw the hand in, bang, you butt with the shoulder, and as you hit with the shoulder, that in itself drives the guy away because he can't stop this arm. Because essentially he's not even able to hit me because he's got the two arms on the one. Now most of you are going to say, yeah, but the guy can still headbutt you. If I keep my head down, he's not headbutting me. And remember, this is a dynamic movement. Watch when we do this from a distance. If I do this, I'm going to be really careful not to throw you through that window, right? So as he comes in and he grabs my arm, bang, I butt and I accelerate with that. I don't know if you can see that. So we generally turn, drive over our shoulders and hit. Now what we sometimes happens, and it's possible because he's still got the 2-on-1, he can switch to a figure of four grip, sometimes called a kimura. So he goes around. Now if he pulls and rakes this arm down, bang, you can see he's taken advantage of my shoulder barge. So, best thing to do, once I've gone here and he's done the 2-on-1 and he's done his kimura grip to re-counter against it, is to actually bring this hand, if you watch, I bring this hand in front of my body, okay, meet my two arms together, keep the grip, okay, and I can even figure a four, but I bring my own hips forward. So essentially what that does is it traps him, gives me a figure of four back, and as long as I bury my chest onto the top of his chest, my chest on top of his tricep, I can keep his arm nice, locked and tight. Now from a control restraint position, this is great. From a fighting position, it's not too bad. I mean, if I was in Chadas' position, I'd be punching into the groin. So if you look lower, he wants to be punching me, bang, into the groin, right? Try and punch, try to reach. There's not so much power, right? You can't reach me. Can you? You there?
Yeah.
You alive? Okay. So I want to bring him down and stretch this leg back and turn my hips so it makes it hard for him to kick me in or punch me in the groin. But who can punch who in the groin? Bang, into the thigh, bang, into the thigh, bang, into the groin, and then boom, I pop his shoulder. So it's an effective thing to do when framing and someone tries to grapple with you and use your own arm against you. First defense, just to recap, use the shoulder. Second defense, if he switches and recounters the shoulder barge, is to pull the arm up, strip it across, bring his head down, stretch him out, sprawl your leg back, and drive your knees into the groin or into the thigh. And don't forget, you at any point in time, look, I release a hand, you're dropping elbows, punching him in the ribs, dropping elbows, and really giving him a hard time. Thanks for watching. Even though it didn't go to plan, it was still fun anyway. Have a good day.